Guys, it is another episode of the Bog Boys podcast, and our guest today is a street fighter, like Ryu or Zangief, except he's real. His name's Demon Monsoon, and he fights with street beefs. Now, if you don't know what street beefs is, it is a place for unregulated street fighting, grudge matches, conflict resolution. It's essentially World Star for rednecks, okay? And nobody embodies that brand message better than Demon Monsoon. All right, we talked to him. He's a surprisingly very nice guy. He's got a 19-1 fight record, and he's on the spectrum. Yeah, he's autistic. And he told us when he goes in there, he's not just fighting for a win, he's also fighting to spread a very important message. And that's that you can do anything. And that just because you have autism doesn't mean you can't also have CTE. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Demon Monsoon.
Back at it.
Back at it. We tried this on Sunday. It didn't work because you don't have Wi-Fi in your home. But you're now at the gym and you look crystal clear. You look great.
Yeah, and what I think is because of, no offense to people who have sprint thing, I think out here in the gym, because it's so open, we have everything wide open, so all the signal it's better in here. I don't know why. The apartment stinks. So.
It's a good way to keep you training, though, right? Just no
yeah.
Wi-Fi at your house.
That's true. It's like when you wanted kids to go to the library, and it's just like that's where they had to go log in.
You put computers in.
I'm just describing poor families, but I imagine that you had to go there and also learn.
Oh, trust me, I've already had the craziness with the kids already today. We had 5 of them today, 6 of them I think, all came in, and they we have one young man. He's autistic like me, and he puts in a ton of work, and he was like, "Don't leave me." I'm like, "Dude, I gotta leave you." And he's like, "Okay," but I know I'm gonna see him tomorrow because they all come in. We have good.
This is okay. So I didn't know that you that you were autistic. Were you autistic before street beefs, or is that just from like you just got hit?
Yeah, I've had that for years. I was misdiagnosed years ago. This was during. I'll say it. I'm a kid of the 80s, unfortunately. I was born in 83. And they didn't understand the brain until the beginning of 2000. And a buddy of mine said, "Dude, you have autism." And then everything got revealed. And it's like, wait a minute, what? And they just noticed all the patterns. And boxing in this last year, boxing saved my life. Neutral Corner, literally, and Street Beats has saved my life. Otherwise, I don't know what I'd be doing at this point.
Since we're on the subject of autism, we have, on many occasions, we've wondered if Miles is autistic. I'm not even fucking around. We talk about it. It's, he's had a lot of friends tell him, "Hey, dude, you're autistic." Kind of like your buddy told you.
Yeah.
Is there a simple test that we could do maybe right now to figure out, just kind of give you a hint?
I would have, well, here's the patterns. Does he eat the same food every single day? Like, if his schedule gets altered, if he has a set schedule and for some reason everything goes to craziness, does he get upset?
Yeah, absolutely. He eats cat food every day. And
very funny, very fun.
No.
But if he did, there's certain things people will notice. Like if there's a large crowd, nobody, unless I know 3 or 4 people, you wouldn't have tell. Like a lot of people don't notice it, but those who are around me the longest, they'll see it. They'll notice little things. If I start stuttering my words, if I'm playing towards my right side and I start shaking, it's each person is different. I have a little bit of bipolar in me. One minute I'm like full throttle, energy. Next minute I'm like, I'm going to have to hurt all of you. Get away from me.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I noticed that bipolar because I just from seeing your fights and like the little pre-fight camera shots of you and you're just like.
Oh yeah.
I had this kind of like.
Is that what Hulkmania is? It's not just Hulkmania. It's like he just is manic.
Okay.
Going through mania.
I'm really gonna blow your mind. As somebody who has done pro wrestling and who lived in the Attitude Era, of the WWE and WCW. They suck. ECW and WWE rule. What happens with me, and this is how Danny Shaw noticed it, and you can tell my condition comes into play with this. I can go from lovable when you see me at the yard. Hey guys, hey Jeff, what's up, buddy? Blah blah. And we go through the whole thing. Okay, match us up. Da da da. As we get closer to my matching up, I start getting away from everybody. My brain you start getting ready to go focus mode. Well, my problem is my condition pretty much accelerates it and enhances it to the point where it's like my alter ego, which is Demon. I said, okay, Demon, I wear wristbands a little bit sometimes. A buddy of mine made them for me. When he sees them off, he goes, uh-oh. And you can see my condition just take over. And after the fight, I get my medicine. I take some medicine for autism. I also take CBD oil, drugs, because I have one of my attacks. And everybody's like right there making sure I'm okay. But when Danny Shaw puts the mask on me, Coach D, it's game over. It's like, you put that mask on, I know about, and then when I'm in there, I don't remember my fight.
So Miles is a big Street Beefs fan. I think for a lot of people watching it, they think of Street Beefs. They either don't know what it is, or they think it's like White World Star. Coming from you, why don't you explain what Street Beefs is?
Well, Street Beefs is twofold. One is it's a place to settle your disputes. So if you have a beef with somebody, I guess I'll use me as an example. I had a beef with Beer City Bandit and Zach Hardman. We settled it in the cage. That was predetermined that I was going to fight Zach. Now, Street Beef itself, if there's an event, you show up, they go like this. Boxing on one side, MMA on the other. They base it on your experience. They base on height and weight. Now, then they match you up.
What was your beef with Beer City Bandit, and how did that fight go? I know you won it, but
yeah, that was 3 rounds of punishment. Let's put it that way. Basically, what happened was Beer City Bandit. It starts with the very first time we fought. This was a rematch. The first time we fought, Beer City was supposed to face Scarface. Now, that's the owner of Street Beefs. Now, they felt, Scarface Scarface is a pro in my book. Compared to me, I'm nobody. I'm just, the dude in the corner like, hey, let me go fight and have some fun. Then I said, well, Scarface, why don't I fight Beer City Bandit for you? Okay. Well, then immediately when he found out, he's like, okay. And then it was a mixer. It was a 4th of July mixer. We went 2-minute rounds for 3 minutes. I stopped him in the 3rd round. Well, immediately afterwards, oh, my cardio. This was not fair. I got matched up with a guy who has more wins than me, blah, blah. And it went on and on and on. I said, well, dude, let's settle this. Why don't you and I go at it September, you versus me, for Autism Awareness Month. We're going to make that the big thing. Within a day or so of me announcing it, it got approved by Sunshine, approved by Scarface. They said, yeah, this will be great. It'll be a big thing. Huge event. It was part of their big September event. Dude canceled. Said all this dumb stuff. Then he starts showing up for another event, and I was getting pissed. I was like, whoa. You showed up. You say you won't fight me. You make all these excuses. I said, no. Next time I see you, I'm fighting you. I'm throwing you in the cage. And I told Sunshine, and Sunshine was like, yeah, this is going to happen. So he showed up in October. I fought Killer Kyle, and I'm like, I'm going to fight him. I was ready to fight that day again. But everyone's like, no, you're good. One fight, enjoy, celebrate. I went out to Colorado. Bad stuff happened in Colorado. He's like, "Are you still coming to the mixer?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight you at the mixer." We became friends afterwards. Obviously, we're all good. Everything's good. But it was 3 rounds. I'm sorry, I punished him. He went the distance with him. Hats off to him. But I wanted to punish him because it was me saying, "Dude." And afterwards, he did throw up. He was on the ground. I said, "You okay?" He's like, "You hit way too hard." I'm like, "Sorry, that's how I am." I'm like, and that's how that came about. It was a grudge because of him canceling. I had to fight Berserker, who instantly stepped up. And he thought he was, and hats off to him. He's a great dude, good friend, supports the U.S. military for all the PTSD stuff. But I was so mad at BRC. I'm like, "Dude, you ruined this. I had to find somebody. It's autism awareness. It's my big thing." And, it hurt a lot of people. But then at the end, it all worked out where I got my hands on him and he was my 19th opponent. Well, technically not my 20th because I've had the one loss, but that's how that grudge match came about. But
Wait, is Beer City? Is he also autistic?
no, he wasn't. He's not. He's a cool dude.
He is now, right? After
No.
3 rounds with you.
Punishment.
He's doing really good. I tell him to come to neutral corner and I'll help train. He can help train with all of us. I always tell it to anybody, even after I fight him, I'm like, "Dude, come on down." That's how I am. Like, I don't care about winning or losing. I really don't. Everyone says, "Why am I fighting 0-0 guys?" I'm like, "Dude, it's whoever they put me in the ring with, I will fight them."
Yeah.
I don't care about records. For me, I just want to fight.
It's always somebody with a 19-1 record who says, "I don't really care about winning or losing." Yeah, it's a lot different if you're 1-19. You're probably not saying that shit.
Oh no, I even said that like when I was 0-0. I'm like, I just want to fight, and Street Beats gave me that opportunity.
So how do you get involved? You just show up and you show.
What you do is you go, if you're on the Facebook page, they post, "Hey, we're having an event November 7th. You say your name, height, weight, experience. And I always tell people, be honest about your experience. Case in point, this dude, my only loss is against a dude who had 10 amateur fights.
Yeah.
He never, we asked him, "What's your experience?" "Oh, I've only done for a couple months." Anybody in that fight knew I was outclassed. The reason why they called it, they knew I was going to die in the ring. I wasn't going down. I'm going to fight with everything I have in me. Now, what most people don't know is what happened afterwards. They found out there was a lot of issue, blah, 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 blah. 2 days later, I moved to Winchester. I was in the gym that night training to get ready for the next fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I practiced the one thing that I noticed. I dropped my guard lock. Well, guess what? Guard's out tight, and I'm on a mission. So.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was looking for that guy. The DK fella. He's not. He's gone. Is he?
He got banned. Because he lied about his experience.
Yeah. He was wearing boxing shoes.
Yeah.
Like a Street Fighter game where the guy's like not dressed, like you're fighting in an alleyway.
Yeah. And if you're honest, they will make sure. Like they would match you up based on your experience. If you're really good, if you've had 10 amateur fights, 20 amateur fights, all right, we're gonna match you with this guy who has a pedigree. Let's match you up.
So do people use Street Beefs as an in route to go pro? Like, are you fighting with people? What about you? I mean, do you dream of joining the UFC, or do you dream of going pro at some point?
I do want to turn pro. I want to, if it's allowed, by the time I'm 37, I want to do it before I hit 40. And if I go for it, I want to do at least 1 or 2 pro fights and say, "Yo, I did it." And for people with autism, be like, "Look, he's an autistic fighter that turned pro."
Yeah. You see that, Miles?
Yeah, you're my hero.
That's amazing though. Can you make money doing fighting through street beefs? Like, does it become?
No.
Yeah, okay. I thought.
Yeah, street. I ever and but they help in other ways. Like if it's a platform that you can use to go forward in your career. They've given me everything I have right now. Everything I'm doing. I was not allowed to fight for USA Boxing, which is the national amateur, because of my condition. Street Beef said, dude, he's autistic. So what? Let him fight. And now I look at where I am today. I'm being interviewed by you guys. I'm not used to that. I'm used to training kids, having a good time, doing my usual work. But it's like, hey, and they got me to move down here. I work at Neutral Corner. I help with all their stuff. I open and close the gym now. So it's really an extent, like Street Beefs, if you invest the time, if you train, if you go, some fighters are going pro. King Leon is turning pro. He was a Street Beefs fighter who went to the amateurs, did some tough mans. Now he's going to be a pro fight. He's a pro fighter.
So you guys
can use it.
So Street Beefs is actually, you are getting nods from regulated organizations. They're looking at Street Beefs, and that does give you a certain level of credibility.
It really doesn't in the pro ranks, but when people hear, oh, wait a minute, that's Demon Monsoon. Oh, wait a minute, I've seen him fight. Right. If they know Street Beefs, then you say, yeah, I'm Demon Monsoon, or I'm King Leon, or I'm Jive Joker. It helps. And plus, you're trained with killers and you're trained with great fighters that get you ready.
Yeah. I was thinking, too, like, as Street Beefs gets more popular, and, as it gets more popular and these fighters turn pro, they're going pro with, like, their audience. You know what I mean? Like, so they're going to be able.
I could see that actually launching, like, people's pro careers without them going pro just by nature of doing that.
I mean, it's literally the Kimbo Slice story almost,
It's the Justin Bieber story. The Justin
Bieber.
No.
Yeah, the Logan Paul story.
Yo, Demon Monsoon, you could be the Justin Bieber of Street Beefs.
Nah, you could be the next Logan Paul for sure.
No, we would. Oh, please, I hate both of them. I'll tell you right now, I dropped Logan Paul in 5 seconds. I do not like him.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Which one? He's pretty nice with it, dude. He's training with Sugar Shane Mosley. I don't know.
Yeah, I train with Danny Shaw and Corey Willage, and I train with. I trained with him. Oh, like, really? Let's run down it. Hank Lundy, Christopher Ice Booker, Steve Cunningham. Okay.
Who would you rather fight? Logan Paul or KSI? Who would you piece out quicker?
Can I have both?
Right
after I literally fight them both. I'd take down Logan Paul. I watch his style. He can't handle pressure. With my style versus his, no way. And KSI, they're both cocky. That's what sells. Cockiness sells. But if you put them in against anybody, legitimately, any Street Beefs fighter, I will guarantee you, top Street Beefs fighters would take them to town.
I got one more question for you. Who do you got this weekend? Khabib or Justin? Khabib or Gaethje?
I have to go with the other dude.
Gaethje? No, you pronounce the TH. It's Gaethje.
I go with Anthony.
What's that?
I go with the first guy. Because
Khabib? Did you just call him
Yeah.
Anthony? Who's Anthony?
Hey, who's Anthony?
You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Get your butt over here. I don't care. Here. Hi. This is Whoop Ass Wyatt.
Hey, you guys were just training?
That's Mayhem. And then their dad's here, Papa Bear, who also fights.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I got I told you, I got a whole crew here. It's like.
You're in Street Beefs as well, Papa Bear?
Yeah, I did my first fight a couple months ago.
How'd it go?
I fight again.
Yeah, I won. I took a win after I had 6 weeks of training here. And you check out my video, man, because I had all 4 of my sons and my wife were there to watch, man.
I will. Fuck yeah. How did you win? Was it decision or knockout or what happened?
Decision.
I mean, went all 3 rounds, but I think I won all 3 rounds. Got my arm like this at the end.
Nice.
Hell
I'll check
yeah.
that out, man.
Hey, good to meet you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you
pleasure.
too.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye.
Hey,
See you,
Larry.
Wyatt. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Man.
Was that Mayhem? Yeah.
I don't know who the other one was.
Was that,
Yeah, that's whoop it. That little one's whoop ass Wyatt.
Oh man. Well, listen, Demon Monsoon, you are the man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
I love it all. Keep training those kids, and we will keep our eyes peeled on your next fight. Man, shoot us a note. Let us know when you got your next fight coming, and maybe we can, link back up and do a quick break.
Definitely.
Little promo for
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be November 7th. I know that it's gonna be at Street Beefs. So
Too soon.
win or lose, I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah,
who are you fighting?
he doesn't know.
Huh?
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a luck of the draw.
You won't know till day of. That's crazy.
Hopefully it's not Demon Slayer.
Oh.
That'd be fun.
That would be really cool if some guy came in and his whole alter ego was like Demon Slayer and he dressed like a paladin, like the.
Yeah, and then I'd be like this. Oh, you're a demon slayer? I eat those for breakfast. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Oh, you're a slayer of me, dude. I eat slayers of me for breakfast
Yeah.
every morning.
Because he's a Demon Monsoon. You'd have to be a Demon Monsoon.
Well, look, Killer Kyle. Come on, he's the killer of, and Demon kind of had fun. Demon and Killer had that great fight. So
Yeah, and then you got Beer City Bandit, who's just a thief.
yeah, it's just
It's
just Burt Reynolds.
That was a lesson.
yeah, that was a lesson. Respect.
Respect, man. Put respect on your name. And that's a lesson for everybody, man. Demon Monsoon, you've been absolutely awesome. Looking forward to the next fight, brother.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good one, dude.
See you.